Hello and welcome to the Redmen TV. It's daily news time. It's the day of the big game, Manchester City versus Liverpool tonight. I'll be honest with you, I'm starting to get a little bit nervous. I've been fine, but the closer that we get to kick-off, the more nervous that I am going to get. But we're here to talk a little bit about transfer rumours and stuff like that. So first of all, we're going to talk quickly about Fekir. We're going to talk about Timo Werner. We're going to talk about Lallana. We're going to talk about Daniel Sturridge. We're going to talk about Solanke and Andy Robertson as well, which is more team news for tonight. So I'm going to start off with the Fekir. I won't hold you long on this one. And you can see the tweet I've got on my screen right now from Dom King, Daily Mail. Some bookmakers are offering prices on Fekir joining Liverpool and suggesting odds are tumbling. It is absolute garbage. Let's be clear, for one last time, Fekir is not a Liverpool target. He will not be a target again. Liverpool won't say anyone this month. Not sure about the ending of that, but I think the message is loud and clear, so that's enough of that one. Timo Werner update. RB Leipzig CEO Oliver Mintzlaff has warned Timo Werner that he'll be sold if he declines to sign a contract extension before the end of the season. So his contract is due to run out in 2020. Bayern Munich are interested, Liverpool are interested. And listen, Mintzlaff has said, of course we have to know at the latest after the end of the season. A club like us cannot afford to go with Timo Werner in a final contract year. It's logical that such a player should be courted by clubs that have a very different sporting perspective and different financial possibilities than we have. But as long as we develop as a club, and of course the Champions League participation will be very helpful, I believe that Werner is still in good health with us. If Timo does not strive for the highest possible salary, then it would be a good investment in his sporting future. So I think what we can read there is that with just over about 18 months to go on his contract, or just under 18 months to go on his contract, RB Leipzig want to tie up that deal because they don't want him to go for cheap or even lose him for free at the end of his contract. So it looks like Werner, if he doesn't sign a contract by the end of this season, could be moving on. But let's wait and see. That one could be a summer deal. Si, would you get some comments on that one for us, mate? I'm sure a lot of people have got a lot to say about Timo Werner when we come to the comments at the end of the show. So next, Klopp names one player who could fill Coutinho's boots. This is from football365.com, and this is quite interesting, actually. And normally I wouldn't be talking about it. I think everybody knows it's Shaqiri that Klopp's been talking about. But I actually find really interesting about this particular piece is the quotes from Jurgen Klopp. We did have to find a position for Shaqiri. That's a pretty good one, talking about the 4-3-3. We tried it in a 4-3-3. You can't play there yet as a half-space midfielder. You don't want to force a player into a position. You want to show his strengths, not where he isn't good. Jurgen's main quality is obviously offensive, creating, shooting, finishing, being between the lines in a half-space position. There is a lot more defensive work. He can do it, and he gets better day by day, and maybe one day he could play it like Phil could in the last half year he was here. And why I find this one interesting more than anything is not because... Yeah, well, it's because Jurgen's talking about the 4-3-3 formation. It's because I think everybody me as a fan and maybe a few others would think the same, is that maybe we're moving away from that 4-3-3. Maybe we're not. Maybe that 4-3-3 is still in Klopp's thinking, and maybe it's him not resting on his laurels. Right now, the 4-2-3 one's working, but we've seen teams start to work teams out after a few months in a formation. So maybe he's thinking about later on in the season, we might see a return to that 4-3-3. We might see it tonight against Manchester City, but it would suggest that Shaqiri's not ready yet, but he's still trying it in training and stuff, and Shaqiri's probably still learning that. I found that quite interesting anyway. So on to another transfer rumour. Fenerbahce want to swap Benzia for Lallana, and it's not a swap between us and them. They've got Yassine Benzia on loan. They want to end that loan, and they want to bring in Lallana, according to Photomac. Yeah. Can't imagine that Liverpool are going to let Lallana go. Not that he's had loads of minutes. But no, don't think so. Not going to put too much stock in that one right now. That might change in a week if there's loads and loads of rumours. But right now, I don't think Liverpool would let go of Lallana, even if it is just a loan deal, especially also citing Photomac. Liverpool could give Daniel Sturridge a new contract as Premier League side look to prevent him leaving in January amid interest from AC Milan and the country of China. Yeah, he's out of contract in the summer. I think, he will be attracting interest, won't he? We've seen what he can do when he comes onto the field. We've seen that he's still a good player. We've seen that he can hold his fitness a lot better this season as well, although he hasn't had that 90 minutes like you'd maybe expect in seasons gone by. But right now, it's about solidifying our position in this league and making sure that we're not letting players go. It's why I don't think Lallana will go out. It's why I think Liverpool are looking at Daniel Sturridge. The interesting thing around that, though, for me, is that actually offering him a new contract. I think that's a really good sign from Liverpool. It's not just waiting till the end of the year. Maybe it's a 12-month deal, maybe it's a 2-year deal. Maybe Daniel Sturridge is enjoying life at the moment. Maybe he likes joining in with a winning team. Maybe he likes just coming in and making the difference, hearing the fans sing his name. But I like this. I don't think Daniel Sturridge is the player that he was for Liverpool. That's not to say that he's not as talented as he was, but I don't think his body lets him showcase it. I don't think he's as good a fit for this Liverpool side as he was for the side in 13-14, but still he's got a part to play, and I like the fact that Liverpool are looking at a new contract for him, because he's been here 6 years now. I think it was 6 years yesterday, actually, and he's been a good servant for us. He's worked hard. It's not his fault he gets injured all the time, but whenever he does get fit, he scores goals, and that's something that, from the subs bench, Liverpool have needed over the years. Next one is Solanke, and Hodgson's explaining why Palace pulled out of the Solanke deal, Hodgson hasn't really explained why he's pulled out of the Solanke deal. It looked like he was set for a 6-month spell. They made the Schalke stuff yesterday. Apparently there was complications with the transfer. BBC Sport are now suggesting Brighton, Huddersfield and sides from Germany are interested as well. But look, Sky Sports News here, breaking. Palace pull out a potential move to sign Dom Solanke. It's a club decision. We were interested, he's a good player, but it turns out there are complications and other factors involved. So he said that there's complications. He hasn't actually said what those complications are. Let's read between the lines a little bit here. Let's think about what we know about Liverpool's loan deals over the last few years. There has been compensation if the amount of minutes haven't been hit, if he's not playing as many games. So maybe they didn't like the idea of that he has to start a certain number of games or he has to have a certain amount of minutes, and they pay money if he doesn't. So yeah, it's probably, I'd guess, something like that. That's the only thing that I can think of at this point. Okay. Big news, Andy Robertson. There are rumours flying around on Twitter at the moment that Robertson hasn't travelled with the squad to Manchester City. I believe that Robertson's wife is heavily pregnant, is about to give birth to his second child. I'm a little bit scared about this one, to be honest with you. Listen, Andy Robertson has been an incredible servant so far in his young Liverpool career. He's been an incredible player. And if Andy Robertson's a family man, then fair enough, you know what I mean? But it's Man City away and we're top of the Premier League and we want to keep it there. And you are literally one of the most important players in the team. But if he decides that family's more important, then fair enough, man. I'd do exactly the same. Maybe not for Liverpool, but maybe a side that I didn't support. But yeah, that scares me. Who's going to be there? Let me know in the comment section. Is it going to be Milner? Is it going to be Kleiny? We've got no Ragnar Klavan to step in at left back anymore, so I take it it's probably going to be one of them. You might think we'll go 3 at the back. Let me know in the comment section below. I am going to get into some of the comments and stuff now, so if you could get me started, that would be fantastic.
Yeah, so we had one from Harry Owen, he gave us a super chat as well. But he says, I think if we get Werner in, put him in striker, drop Firmino into the 10. What do you think, Chris?
Yeah, I mean, I think I mentioned this like 18 months ago. Everybody will know that I love the 4-2-3-1 formation. I've always thought that Firmino would be a good 10 for us there. I think he's starting to showcase that now as well. Although the one issue that I kind of had... Hello, Sean. You all right, Lunty lads? The one issue I kind of had with it was that I didn't think Mo was a great number 9, and over the last sort of 3 to 4 months, he's convinced me that he is. I think he's getting better in that position. He's being strong, he's been able to hold off defenders, he's growing into that position himself, and he's starting to look like a real good number 9. Why I like the signing of Werner is that it gives us options. Werner doesn't have to play straight as the number 9 all the time. If Mane was to go out the side for a week or two, or just have a rest, or whatever, hit a bad patch of form, you could play Werner off the left, you could play Firmino off the left-hand side, you could play Salah up front, you could play Shaqiri. It gives us options, you could play across that line, and I think that's something I said yesterday that Klopp would look to do. I don't think he's going to sign a winger and a centre-forward. I think he's going to sign a forward player that can play in both of those positions, and for me, Werner's that guy. Werner's an incredible forward, incredible finisher, but it's his movement, he kind of reminds me a little bit more like Harry Kane from a year or two ago. I don't think Harry Kane's changed his game slightly to facilitate Son, but his movement, across that line and the runs that he makes behind defenders is incredible, and I think Werner's got a little bit of that as well. So I'd love a signing of Timo Werner, I'll be perfectly honest with you, and I'd love to see him ahead of Firmino with Salah on the right or Mane on the left. I just think you're not going to stop us, so yeah, let's have a little piece of that, but I don't think it's going to happen at least until the summer, if it ever does. Another one, please, mate.
So Ben Sutton probably sums up what everyone thinks. If Jürgen wants Werner, then I want Werner, and I don't think you can argue with that. Pretty much everyone he's signed so far has been good signing for us. So that's
it, isn't it? That is it. Look, listen, I think the main one that everybody wants to talk about is Robbo injured or what. Well, he's definitely not injured. He's 100% fit. The rumours, and I state that, rumours on Twitter are suggesting that he never got on the team bus. I don't know whether that's true or not. I've not seen any of these pictures. It can be that what it can happen though is you can see training pictures where someone's not there. And they were training, and Jürgen goes, yeah, they were training. So right now I don't have a clue, but he's definitely fit. The rumours are that his baby is due today and his wife's in labour. I'm sure that Robbo will want to be at both of them.
We've got a comment from Finn saying Robbo can tell the story of why he missed the birth of his child in a few years.
But yeah, it's true. Listen, lads, you know what I mean? Come in. It'll be a good story to have, holding the Premier League trophy in one hand and the baby in the other. Like, it would be lovely, that, wouldn't it?
We've got one we had early on from TJF, says, if Robbo was out, we lose. I'm not too sure about it to be as dramatic as that, but he says, Milner at left back and we lose his experience in a key midfield battle.
I don't even know if Milner's going to play tonight, to be honest, but, you know, his experience is massive. He's played against Manchester City as a left-back before, you know. He can do the job. I actually kind of like the Milner-Sterling thing, because although Sterling's much faster than James Milner is... We'll throw a crunching tackle in on Sterling, and we've seen that happen before. But Robbo, if he does miss the game, is a big miss. But I just have faith in this squad. I have faith in this side. That, no matter what challenges they face, they're able to go out there and perform. Yeah. Robbo taking a private jet to the Etihad, to Xavier Thomas. I saw another one. Stephen Byrne, Robbo is that fast. He could run to hospital, jog on the spot and be back for kick-off in time to play. Robocop. There we go. Yeah, just back in time to slice Sterling in two. Perfect. That would be lovely. I'll put a Robbo mask on and I'll go to the hospital so he can play the match. JKM, shout, mate. Good lad. See, there's a man stepping up for his side. I love that. Bring her to the Etihad and let her have birth at half-time. Throw the afterbirth at Sterling. Oh my word, oh my word. Oh, has anyone seen the show? Any dads there? You'll know what the show is. Si, do you know what the show is?
I don't.
I'm not going to say it on the air, but it's disgusting. And it was new to me when I was a first-time dad, and the second time I asked not to look at it. It was disgusting. James Weiner. Happy wife, happy life. She will make the choice. Correct. There's a man just like me with a fucking big thumbprint right in the middle of his forehead because he's under it. Absolutely brilliant. Who needs a ticket in the City end? Me, Gabriel Adam. I don't know if I'd be able to do that, to be fair. Depay or Dybala to Liverpool, I'd probably take Dybala because, you know, he's 15 times the player that Depay is, but I don't think that's linked. That is disgusting, says Nigel. Yeah, it was. His comment was atrocious. I think it was Eastwood, wasn't it? So there you go. That's been the Daily News Show. We'll be back tomorrow with another news show. We'll be back later on tonight with all the Man City post-match stuff, though, and my word, I've just seen a load of numbers and I really don't like that. So I'm just going to close my eyes and do the outro for the video. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for subscribing. I love each and every one of you. And we'll see you next time on the Redmen TV. Ta-ra.